Virgo, hello and welcome to your summer 2022. Virgo, hello and welcome to your summer 2023 shift reading. We are looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like for the summer season. I'm Andy, I'm your reader, and I'm going to tell you how this works. This reading is meant to carry you through the whole summer season. So you watch it at the very beginning, at the shift drop at the summer solstice, to get an idea of what your summer shift may look like. And then at the midpoint of the season, let's say you set a reminder for like the first week of August, you will rewatch this reading. And after having lived through some of your shift, it will probably resonate really differently. And then you'll watch it one more time at the end of the season so that you can look back and see in hindsight the full trajectory of your summer shift. Okay. So if that's kind of shift investigation is something that you would like to do in a community, you can join us for that all summer long in the shifting space. The link is in the description below. Virgo. I am using Yes, the Oracle for these summer shifts. This is a collage deck made by one of our very own, Kira Pranetta, in the shifting space. It's vibrant, it's alive, it's gorgeous, it's deeply lunar and Cancerian. It's summer. Okay, Virgo. What is the shapeshift for Virgo this summer? Kira, help make the small hands version of this deck. Okay. Usually I get them all out on the table and then show you, but I'm showing you this. That big old eye. Something big, obvious, glaring, or you're seeing something in a really big way. Okay, fine. Let's see what else. 2 more cards for Virgo. Come on now, Aries reading. Okay, one more. Is that the one? Maybe. Yeah, okay, that's kind of the same thing. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Whoa. This is your shapeshift. Let's look at this together. Okay, so there's something really glaringly obvious here for you, Virgo, and but I think you don't see that. I think it's feeling more cryptic to you because we've got this card, you know, first we've got the card on the left that is like a person's face with a big old reptilian eye that is just wide open, taking over the entire card, bunch of flowers at the bottom of the card. And then the second card is a blackout poem. All the words on the page are blocked out except whistle, want the answer, as a long feather, fly with great wings. So we have this blackout poem. And then we have the card at the end showing a sunset sky with a picture frame and many hands coming into the frame. Or framing the picture frame. Okay, so with this blackout poem, this card came out for Aries as well, and it felt very much like what feels like a cryptic process for you, or something that is really sort of hard to read or hard for you to interpret, even though the card on the left is showing that it's actually glaringly obvious. You know, it's probably not as cryptic and complicated or mysterious as you're making it. It's actually really clear. And the answer seems to be something about how you frame it, or something about how you are able to focus and hone in, because maybe you just really need to watch the Aries reading actually, because your energy, like Virgo energy, was all over that Aries reading. It was really intense actually. So maybe y'all need to watch each other's readings because this card spoke in this way of like, okay, all the words on the page are really, really overwhelming. You need to kind of black out most of them so that you can only focus on this particular collection of words and the meaning that they create. Because if you try to make meaning maybe of like the entire page, it's just becomes too much, you know, like too many hands to hold that. Whereas if you kind of hone in on this one picture frame, that's something that you could hold in one hand. And Virgo, your last reading last season was called Pivots, and it showed these like 3 skulls looking in 3 different directions. And that vibe is here again of just like, you know, a lot of cooks in the kitchen, or a lot, you know, feeling like you need to grow many different hands. I think even in the mid-season check-in, the Shift Check Live for the spring season, 2023, a card that was pulled for Virgo showed someone with like 6 arms. You know, so it may be that you're trying to do too much and you just need to focus. Like, it could be that simple, that glaringly obvious, is that you need to kind of hone in on what you are actually focusing on and black out everything else. Changing hands. Rather than growing more hands, use just the 2. Changing hands, something about that. Or maybe there's something about like all you actually have is 2 hands. And if you need more hands than that, then you need literally more people. You know, like maybe more of a community needs to be able to hold this whole picture that you are trying to create. Maybe it's not something that only one person can hold with 2 hands. Yeah, so there might be something here about delegating, or about like expanding your reach by expanding your community, or like delegating to other, you know, like inviting other hands into the project or into the work or whatever this is that you're focusing on. But just like the blackout poem helps to frame something really specific and clearly, so does the picture frame. And there's something in that that's like, when you're able to focus in, the picture clarifies in like a glaringly obvious way. And you can actually see it that way. You know, it's like the full brilliance of the sunset, but then when you frame it up in this specific way, it becomes a point of view, you know, it becomes a specific point of view, a specific piece of art. So you're needing to specify, to hone in, to find your specific point of view or skill set, or like, what do your hands do that other hands cannot do? Do that. And let other people do the other things. Something like that. And then like one thing that came through the Aries reading that was really cool is like, you could always start over, you know, like you can always like refresh, erase the blackout, and then like reread it, blacking out different words, or like revealing a different poem each time. But it is about like what you are focusing on in that particular moment completely creates your perspective, or completely creates your frame. I don't know, Virgo, this is, here we go. This is how we're starting the season, or starting the reading here for you. Oh wow, this card just popped right out. This is my notes to self deck, and we're leaving this first half of the reading, the free part, with a word: sanctity. Because Virgo, this is something here, this is about your peace. This is about your sense of safety and sanctuary and calm and tranquility. Maybe your home space, like your sanctity, what is sacred to you, needs your focus. Here we go, Virgo. Okay, we're gonna get into this reading now. Oops. I have this deck. It's like a picture card game called We See. It's got all of these different images on it, and we're going to use these images now to get deeper into your reading. So if you would like to investigate this with us together in the shifting space, that link is in the description, and you can watch the full reading as well as the full reading for all of the zodiac signs over there. Virgo, for those of you whose birthday is happening, happy birthday. Okay.